What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you guys. Just wanted to give you guys my predictions for Championship Sunday. As you guys know, the first game will be the Philadelphia Eagles at home taking on the San Francisco 49ers. In this game, I have the Philadelphia Eagles moving on to the Super Bowl. I think that defensive line and that defense of Philly is going to be too much for Brock Purdy, who is a rookie quarterback. I think it's going to be too much for him. They have two of the best corner tandems in the league with Darius Slay and with James Bradbury on the back end of that defense. They also have Chauncey Gardner-Johnson at that safety position and that rover position. And he led the league in interceptions. And then they have a multitude of depth on that defensive line with Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, Fletcher Cox, and those guys, Hassan Reddick. I think that they're going to be too much for Brock Purdy. And I think that the Cinderella story of Brock Purdy ends in the NFC Championship game. Don't get me wrong. The 49ers have had a great season. And if the 49ers are going to win this game, it's going to come down to their defense taking the ball away and putting Brock Purdy on short fields. And it's going to come down to the running game of the 49ers with C-Mac in the backfield, Run CMC. He's going to have a big game if the 49ers want to win this game on the road in Philly. Philly is one of the toughest places to play at the link. And I just think in this game, the Cinderella story, excuse me, of Brock Purdy is going to end in the NFC Championship game. Now, in the AFC Championship game, it's going to be the Cincinnati Bengals at Arrowhead Stadium taking on the Kansas City Chiefs, which I think should be a very good game as well. But I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals on the road in this game due to Pat Mahomes being injured and having that ankle injury, that ankle sprain. I really think that that's going to rear its ugly head in this game. And to me, the Cincinnati Bengals are playing the best football right now in the NFL. Joe Burrow is on another level right now. He's really right up there with Pat Mahomes at this point. He's definitely going to challenge, I think, Pat Mahomes as being the number one or the best quarterback in the league at this point. Joe Burrow has shown the consistency. Last year they were in the Super Bowl, and to me they got robbed with a late game call in that Rams Super Bowl. But nevertheless, they're back in the AFC Championship game for the second year in a row, and they're facing the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game for the second year in a row. So this is a huge game for the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chiefs, but I think the Bengals were going to pull it out. That connection between Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd, I think they have the best passing game in the NFL. I think they have the best wide receiving core in the NFL. And then they also got Hayden Hurst, former Atlanta Falcons tight end, who's a very good receiving tight end. And then they have a very good running game as well in the backfield with P. Ryan in the backfield toting the rock. So I definitely think that those guys, Joe Mixon in the backfield with the Cincinnati Bengals, to me, they're the most complete offense in the NFL as far as passing and running the ball. And I think that Cincinnati's defense is very underrated as well. Even though they don't have a bunch of big name guys, their defense is clicking on all cylinders, and we've seen that against the Buffalo Bills, where they made Josh Allen look really, really bad in that game at Buffalo. So I really don't think that this Cincinnati team is afraid to go and play at Arrowhead because they won there last year. And from my understanding, Joe Burrow is undefeated against Pat Mahomes head-to-head. So this is another chance for Joe Burrow to kind of prove that he's right up there with Pat Mahomes, possibly being the best quarterback in the NFL. But I definitely think Joe Burrow is already a top 5 or possibly top 3 quarterback in the NFL. But this game is going to be huge for many years to come as far as legacy. But I definitely think in this game, I think the Bengals, is going to be a little bit too much for the Kansas City Chiefs. I feel like this injury to Pat Mahomes came at a really bad time. I know that they're saying his ankle is okay, but I really don't see him being able to come back from an ankle sprain. Even if they, shoot it up, I still think that if he gets hit the wrong way in this game, and I still don't think he's going to have the elusiveness that he normally has, where he's able to scramble and make plays. and that Bengals defense is relentless as far as Trey Hendrickson up front. Those guys, Sam Hubbard, DJ Reader, BJ Hill, those guys do a very good job up front of bringing pressure with that front four. And they also are really good at bringing corners and safeties on blitzes as well. So like I said, this Cincinnati defense is very underrated because they don't have a lot of big names, but they're one of the best defenses in the NFL as well. Now, as I mentioned in the 49ers game, in this game, if the Chiefs are going to win this game, they're going to also need to create turnovers. If they're able to turn over, get some turnovers in this game and put Pat Mahomes and their offense on the short field, I think that that's going to help possibly the Chiefs win this game if they are going to win the game. But I really think the biggest thing that the Chiefs are going to need to do in this game is turnovers. And if they want to win, they're going to have to go off in the backfield. Pacheco in the backfield for their rushing attack, he's going to have to run for like about 100 yards in this game. And he's going to have to be key catching the ball out of the backfield, because I really don't think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to allow Travis Kelce to beat them in this game. I really think that they're going to bracket coverage him, and they're going to try to limit his catches in this game. But my Super Bowl prediction, as I just mentioned, is the Eagles facing the Cincinnati Bengals in this year's Super Bowl. But I do want to get your thoughts. What do you think about today's games? But that's my prediction. I'm calling Eagles and Cincinnati Bengals. With that being said, this been your boy Jew. I'll holler at you guys as always. Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.